Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going undercover to crack the code on one of the most common but also misunderstood symbols in the English language, the apostrophe S. You literally see it every single day. But what is it really trying to tell us? Let's jump in. I mean, just think about it for a second. It's right there on McDonald's Golden Arches. It's on the tag of your Levi's jeans. It's so common we almost don't even see it anymore. But that little mark, it's doing some serious work, telling us a story about who these things belong to. So, what is the real story here? Is it just a random part of a name, some weird punctuation quirk, or is it actually a grammatical secret that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time? Well, today we're going to solve that mystery. At its very heart, the apostrophe S is all about one single, powerful idea: possession. It's the thing that grammarians have a fancy name for. They call it the genitive case. Yeah, genitive case sounds super academic, I know, but the idea behind it is incredibly simple. It's just the official term for showing that something belongs to someone or something else. It's our grammatical tool for showing ownership. So, how does this whole thing work in the real world? Well, the good news is there are a few basic rules that are going to cover like 99% of the situations you'll ever run into. Let's break them down, starting with the biggest one. Okay, this is rule number one, the one you see all the time. If you're talking about just one person or one thing, what we call a singular noun, you just tack on an apostrophe and then an S. That's it. Super simple. Take a look at these examples and you'll see exactly what I mean. A man's job is really just a much shorter, cleaner way of saying the job of a man. Same thing for a woman's intuition or the doctor's prescription. That little apostrophe S is doing all the heavy lifting for us. Okay, but what if the word is already plural and it already ends in an S, like girls or eagles? Well, believe it or not, the rule here is even easier. You just add the apostrophe after the S that's already there. No extra S necessary. So when you see the girls' room, you know we're talking about a room that belongs to more than one girl. The eagle's nest belongs to a bunch of eagles. And the Smith's car, that tells you the car belongs to the entire Smith family. That tiny little apostrophe tells you the whole story. But you know English, it just loves to have its little exceptions, right? We've got all these plural words that don't end in S. Think men, children, people. For these guys, these irregular plurals, we go right back to rule number one. You add an apostrophe, and then you add the S. So the men's work is the work belonging to the men, and the children's room is the room for the children. You basically treat these special plurals exactly like you treat a singular noun. It's a really simple but totally crucial difference. Okay, so we've got the basic rules down pat, but what happens when things get a little weird? Let's dive into some of the exceptions that pop up. Now, here's a spot where a lot of people get tangled up. Names that already end in an S, like Jones or Charles. And here's the truth. Modern grammar actually gives you a choice. A lot of the time, both ways are considered totally correct. This kind of breaks it down for us. For really old classical names like Pythagoras, the standard is to just add an apostrophe. For modern names like Mr. Jones, you can actually do it either way. And if you have a long formal title, the apostrophe S always gets tacked on to the very last word, like in the Prince of Wales's castle. You know, so far, we've mostly been talking about people owning things, but the apostrophe S actually has a much bigger job description. It can show possession for things that aren't even human at all. Yeah, you'll see it used for things like ships and boats all the time. But it also gets used for more abstract ideas, and the most common one is with expressions of time. It's a surprisingly flexible little tool. So you can talk about the yacht's mast, or you can go on a week's holiday, or maybe grab $10 worth of ice cream. In every single one of those cases, that little apostrophe S is signaling some kind of relationship, of belonging or value. Now, here's a really cool shortcut that you've probably used a million times without even thinking about it. We use an apostrophe S to imply a place, like a shop or an office or someone's house. When you say you're going to the dentist's, everybody just knows you mean the dentist's office. The actual noun gets left out, but the meaning is perfectly clear. All right, so you're feeling pretty good. You think you've mastered the whole possession thing. But here comes the plot twist. That little S isn't always what it seems. Sometimes, my friends, it's an imposter. And this is the absolute key. The apostrophe S has a secret identity. Actually, it has two secret identities. It can also stand in for a verb. And when it does, it changes the meaning of the whole sentence. This right here is the decoder ring. Over on the left, you've got possession. Bob's books are the books that belong to Bob. Easy enough. But look at the middle. Mary's coming over is actually a contraction for Mary is coming over. And on the right, she's gone home is just a short way to say she has gone home. It's three totally different uses for one identical symbol. So let's just recap the three faces of the apostrophe S really quick. Number one, it can show possession, like in the dog's bone. Number two, it can be a contraction of the word is, like it's a nice day. And number three, it can be a contraction for has, like in he's been there. Possession, is, or has. Just remember those three. And there you have it. The case is officially closed. The apostrophe S isn't just a punctuation mark. It's a powerful, multi-talented little chameleon. And now that you know its secrets, that it can mean possession, is, or has, the only real question left is where are you going to spot it and decode it next?